on, babies.
I see you went with your thumbnail, not mine.
It's the same fucking thumbnail.
It's not. Your centering, the placement of what you do is so haphazard. Do you do it on your phone?
Yeah.
Of course.
I was golfing today. I'm sorry.
I respect the hustle. I hate the lack of professionalism. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Look, the expectations for the Patriots are getting out of control. Nobody, not a single person has talked about Drake Maye this entire offseason. It's been all about Mike Vrabel, the playboy, and everything that they've done in free agency and the perfect draft of all time. Not a single person has talked about Drake Maye and asked the question, what if he stinks? What if he stinks? If he stinks, it's all for naught. It's all for naught. So I'm not saying he stinks. I've just been basically the only one asking the question, does he stink? He might stink. Can we potentially talk about that? He showed some evidence of that this week. So we'd like to talk about the potential of Drake Maye stinking. We may have a problem here, folks. Before we get to that, let's do some opening takes. Raymond, Sleepy Ray was on a cold golf course this morning. Let's see if we can wake him up with some opening takes. Raymond, what do you got?
Thank you there, Richard. Not only is Vegas saying that the Patriots are win-loss total at 8.5, but now they're favored in 11 games. Like you said, Rich, last year, what did they prove? They just showed that they were a shitty team. Now they're getting all this respect because Mike Vrabel is here. And like, what else changed on the offensive side of the ball? Maybe you're going to be able to protect Drake Maye, but 11 times they're favored to win this year. Like, come on, what? Wake up, Vegas! Come on, we saw last year what they were. It's not that same team. Come on,
Bobby.
Well, let me explain the prospects for the NBA for the remainder of this year and next year. It goes like this. Woof, 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 woof. You're about to have as much fun watching the NBA in the next year and a half as you will at a Chunky Girl convention. It's going to be highly disappointing. We got the Midwest teams about to take over here in the NBA. That's no fun. The classic NBA franchises are potentially in transition or in turmoil. Tatum's injured. LeBron leaving the Lakers. Fatty Luka's there. That's not going to do anything. The Miami Heat are a disaster. The Mavericks, they'll have Cooper Flag, though, so that'll be real cool. The NBA, if you need help fixing up the mess that you've created, you know where to find me.
Speaking of woof, 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 the Red Sox are nothing but a complacent 500 team, which tells everything you need to know about their leadership. It's time for big changes down in Fenway. We were calling for Rafi Devers. He showed up as in hit the ball out of the ballpark. You want to move him? I'm fine to move him. I've talked about this ad nauseum. I've talked about the loser mentality and the loser culture that you've built in the past 5 years, intentionally not trying to build a winning ball club and preparing for the future and looking towards the future as the Red Sox. It's hard to get out of that mold when you have the same leadership that you've had through your suck years. So Devers is a part of that, certainly, but he's a very good hitter. I'm talking more about Alex Cora, who took a day off to go to dinner to celebrate his daughter's graduation. Family first. I get it. This is a big deal. His daughter graduated BC. He didn't go to the graduation. He went to the dinner. I confused him at first, but then I found out. He went to the dinner. And what did they do? They won a close game. Then he got booted out of the next game. What did they do? They won another close game. It is very much past the time we start asking the question, do they blow Alex Cora out of town to get the most out of this team? And anybody with him that has the same mentality of let's go to dinner instead of winning baseball games. I think it's about that time if you're the Red Sox. There's not much more time left in this season with the 500 ball club. So we'll talk about that. We've got Patriot OTAs, a lot of the forged in Foxborough. I took a peek at that. If you haven't, that's okay. I did. I'll tell you all about it.
I thought you didn't have time to watch TV because you have a family.
No, I went Alex Cora and said this is more important.
Oh,
I reversed. This is reverse Alex Cora.
Gotcha.
Yeah. When's the last time your family saw you, golf boy? So we've got the Force in Foxborough. Last week I promised you we talk about the Patriots depth chart. We're gonna do that. It blows. Just telling you, just a lot of hype coming out of Foxborough. Let's take a look at the depth chart and see how real. Let's see how real we get there. So a lot of Patriots talk to start. We got 10 questions from a guy named Rob. We will catch up on the Red Sox, Alex Cora. We're going to go to this or that with Chief Bobby because, again, Ray was cold in golfing, couldn't do much to say. Simplest Minds of the Week to close out the show. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind, May 23rd, live here Thursday, May 22nd. Welcome. Apparently, the Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. Devilishly handsome today. Really look good. That cold weather did you some good. They got the skin perked up.
Frozen in there,
Took the inflammation down a little bit. Bobby, new room?
No, fuck you. It's the same one.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Everyone's hot today. Everyone's hot. I know it's a little chilly up there, but I'm guessing you got an athletic tuck underneath that hoodie?
I generally tuck that way, yes. Just in case I have to spring into action.
Exactly. The athletic tuck. If you missed that last week, go check it out. YouTube's your friend there. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, rate, subscribe, review. Tell your friends, as always, tell your mothers about the Simple Mind Sports Show. Check out simplemindsports.com for the latest blogs, pods. Get the newsletter. We'll bring it right to your doorstep every Friday at 12 o'clock. Just ringing the doorbell. Sometimes it's like we drop a bag of shit and light it on fire, but sometimes it's better than that. Sometimes it's like Bobby in a new room. Not today, apparently, though.
No, not today. Go bug yourself.
Angry Chief Bobby. Maybe that's because the reports at Foxborough. Last week, Bobby started with his opening take was the only thing good in New England was the Patriots. And then they started playing, and Drake Maye threw 4 fucking interceptions on his first 8 throws. So maybe that's why he's a little bit angry. That's where we'll start. Drake Maye, an OTAs, the first day open to media, goes 4 for 8 with 4 interceptions. Not great. He did finish the day 7 of 8, 11 for 16 overall with 4 turnovers. Let's start there. It looked like the rest of the offense was a little shaky. Backup Josh Dobbs and something called Ben Woldridge.
What
is their third quarterback on the depth chart there?
Not
a great day for the offense. I know I'm overstating 4 picks in the first day of OTAs from Drake Maye. It's a new offense. It's a complicated offense by all accounts, and we'll get to it. Looks like Vrabel's coming in hot, not giving his team time to ramp up. No excuses for the offense. Let's go. So fairly expected for his team to struggle. Starting out, a nice sign that Drake Maye finish strong. I'm not saying he's going to be a 4 interception guy. I have been saying, Bobby, that he did throw 2 game-losing interceptions last year, and the only thing we heard about was some fucking ridiculous scramble play where he threw a 2-yard pass to Ramondre Stevenson off his back foot for a 2-point conversion to send him into overtime against the Tennessee Titans that gave him the opportunity to throw the game-losing interception. So all I want to say about Drake Maye, and we'll start here with Drake Maye and take it wherever you want in the OTAs. We've got some things to go through here, but all I'm saying, can we just wait and see? Because if he does suck, if he's less than mediocre, that 9 and 8 that we talked about last week, that goes down real fast. And forget about the fucking 12 or 13 or 11 wins that people are talking about, or the 11 that Vegas has them favored for. No. That's expecting Drake Maye to be a good quarterback. He's got top 5 potential with anybody you talk to. He has yet to prove any of that. Am I crazy to say that? Is it too early to start talking like that, or can we finally start talking about the second-year quarterback who has proven fucking dog shit?
No, it's 100% fair. If you watched the games last year, during any point of the game where there was any pressure or any crunch time, he generally performed poorly. Now, of course, there's a lot to say about that. He didn't have a lot going for him. Most of his numbers came when he was just in garbage time throwing there. But hey, all the traits are there and all the signs point towards you put some players around this guy and he can get the job done. Put a coach around this guy and he can get the job done. But that has to be proven. Right now, his track record is there is no track record. He won 2 games in the NFL. He beat the Bears once on the road. Wow, cool. Ray was there. That was cool. That was about the best thing about the game. Other than that, his season was just showing spots of potential, and he has to put it all together, or this team won't be much better off than last year.
Are they going to treat this like a rookie year for him? Like pretty much ease him into everything again? Because obviously he came in halfway through the season last year, and then he got hurt again, and then he came back. Like, is this going to be like?
Can I give you the shining hope for Drake Maye? And I believe this is true, and this is why I believe they will have a good season. Josh McDaniels. The way Josh McDaniels handled Mac Jones his rookie year to a 10-win season is if Josh McDaniels can handle Drake Maye 70 to 75% of that, because Mac Jones is not the quarterback Drake Maye is, from an athletic standpoint and just from a physical tool standpoint, probably just overall, Drake Maye should be better than Mac Jones. Oh, yeah. If McDaniels can mold Maye the way that he did Mac Jones and silo him into places to keep him out of bad mistakes, to keep him out of bad situations, play hard defense, and do that thing, then yeah, you definitely treat him like a rookie in that way, because Alex Van Pelt and Gerard Mayo, his actual rookie year, may have sent his development backwards, not forward. So yeah, I think you have to come in with that. But Josh McDaniels has the benefit of Drake Maye having a year as a professional under his belt. The rookie thing, coming out of college season, coming to the combine, going to the draft, like you don't have the full year to prepare. That whole thing, Drake Maye has that advantage now. So he's a red-shirted rookie, more or less. It's kind of how they think they should treat him. I don't know if they are. I don't know if they will.
Well, do you think that's why he had 4 interceptions his first day of minicamp? Because they pretty much said, all right, go out there, show us what you got. And just said, didn't really help him and just took backed up and said, let's see what this kid has and let the defense do what they had to do and cause problems. And that's why he had the 4 interceptions.
Maybe. I mean, it's a new system. If you listen to, so we've got some Phil Perry and Tommy Curran audio here and some video and some of their quotes, and I listened to Phil Perry's podcast, and he kind of details every interception. Both 3 of them are on the offense. One of them is just kind of a fluky thing. You could talk away 2 of his interceptions. 3 of his interceptions, 1 not his fault. It was a holding. It would have been called back. 2 of the interceptions, you could say mistiming, bad communication. 1 of them was a bad throw. So
one of them also, they were saying, was a very, very good play by Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah. So, you combine that with reports from last year. Look, let's dial it back a little bit. So I'm going to walk back my hate on Drake Maye. Drake Maye came into the NFL last year. People were calling him a 2 to 3 year project. He walked into OTAs at this time of the year, and there's no chance he was going to start. We were looking at week 6 to 10 that maybe we'll see Drake Maye. And then all of a sudden they go practice with Philly, and we hear these reports like, oh, he's advancing a lot faster than we thought. And then we thought maybe that's bullshit because Gerard Mayo doesn't know what he's doing. And that was true. So it's hard to tell exactly what his progression was last year versus how the dysfunction affected it and why they were forced to throw him in early. That's all to say, I think there's a lot of positive reports that Drake Maye is a heady football player. He knows football. He picks things up pretty quickly. If that's the case, he should be a good match for McDaniels. And they've got some veterans in that group now, and they should be able to be competent on the offensive side of the ball. And all those are positives. They're all positives. I'm just saying the track record from Drake Maye from last year to the first time we get a look at him this year has been fucking turnovers and running into linebackers, getting his head taken off, and a couple nice deep throws down the right sideline. That's his resume at this point in the NFL. So I'm just, there's no guarantee that this kid's going to be good. The odds are he's not. Jaden McDaniels is excellent. In a draft class with 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, one of them's good. Jaden McDaniels is good.
Jaden Daniels.
Sorry, Jaden.
Bo Nix seems like he can play.
Don't fuck you, Bobby. Don't.
No, it's been a year. It seems like he can play.
Thank you, Bobby. So the odds are even more stacked against Drake Maye. If there's 2 out of 6, I mean, you're talking, what do you want, 50% hit rate on quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL? Woof, that's asking a lot of Drake there. So, that's all I want to say. Let's pump the goddamn brakes on Maye. Any final thoughts, Raymond, on Maye?
Well, just like what you said, like look at what they did for Jay and Daniels. They got more wide receivers for him. Bo Nix, same thing. They got him more weapons. And what did they do for Mr. Drake May? Stephon Diggs with the torn ACL. That's what you get. So
Oh, you're not liking that now, are you, Ray?
I'm just trying to get on your side because I know
Pretty
some
sure
just
there was balloons and confetti and shake.
That was what I fucked your
on
mother
when
in the
it
ass.
started.
That's what that was.
Okay, well, you know what? If you're gonna shoehorn terrible shit in like that, when you go back to the cold golf course, we don't need you here. Let's move on. Other than my negative take, it seemed like it was pretty good. It's physicality, energy. Vrabel is the man. Not a bad thing to say about Vrabel. The opposite of the Drake May experience so far. Mike Vrabel can't miss, pushing every goddamn button, which also worries me, but I won't go down that road at this point in time. This is a little bit of a long clip. Just I'll cue you when we want to stop it. Here's Phil Perry and Tommy Curran talking about it after that first OTA. They got
just overall the feel and the tenor of the practice was more intense than I was anticipating. For years, Tom, we heard about how this time of year, these camps, really teaching camps. That's what Bill Belichick always, we don't really start the competition until training camp. I mean, we're just trying to figure things out right now.
Let's try to get them to the field.
Yeah, so this wasn't that.
This was very markedly different from Bill's OTAs. They were faster. They were more demanding. There was less in-between teaching. Certainly there was teaching. And with Mayo last year, the practices were long, the practices were intense, but the feel and the look and the personnel groups and the speed, Phil noted how quickly and how many different things the offense was doing, as opposed to everything being a lot of wide zone.
So there you go. That's the main sentiment that a lot of the reporters come out of it is the intensity was there, more physicality. I heard people talking about Mike Vrabel having to tone it down, worried about the NFL getting reported back. The CBA says you can't hit. Guys can't hit the ground, and there was starters going against starters deep in the secondary, 2-on-1 jump balls, and guys hitting the ground hard. So, that's shit I like to hear. It's one thing to say Mike Vrabel's here and he's building the culture and he's got all of these wonderful phrases and saying, and he's got the pads on, he's hitting people in the chest, and everyone loves Vrabes, and that's fucking awesome. It's another thing to hear the entire team walking out on the field the second day of OTAs and getting after it. That's a good sign. Those are good signs for sure.
When was the last time we heard about that?
Well, Phil Perry just very accurately described Bill Belichick. No, either the fucking league won't let us even fucking hit anymore, so I'm going to go cry into my fucking sock until Jordan comes and gives me a back rub later tonight. I'm fucking learning, jackass. God, the more we learn about this guy, the more those from Brady left. He's just a goddamn
liar,
sabotaged. The story for another day. Let me give you this other quote, Bobby, before this is from Curran, I believe. A couple more notes from these guys. There weren't a lot of brain farts. You didn't see these guys jumping off sides. You didn't see a lot of guys not knowing what they were supposed to be doing on the field, running out. You didn't see a lot of hesitation or pauses. That's the biggest thing I took away from it. That sentence right there, brain farts, guys jumping off sides, guys not knowing what to do. Running on the field, a lot of hesitation and pauses. You can define Gerard Mayo's coaching tenure with that sentence. The opposite of what Tom Curran said. So that I think is big for me. It seems like guys are dialed in, and then you want to put some sugar on top. Curran was impressed by Christian Barmore, conditioning and speed, which is probably the thing you should be the most concerned about with a guy like that. It's been out of football so long in heart conditions or blood clot conditions. And then everybody's impressed by this Efton Chisholm kid, but I got thoughts on the wide receiver core. Your thoughts there from the insider's point of view from OTAs.
It shows what a difference that a coach that knows what he's doing, that has actual leadership traits can do. He's got him dialed in. He has created a sense of urgency, and he has a presence in the building. Obviously, Mayo had no presence, and people were not worried about him being upset or not doing what they weren't supposed to, because they did whatever they wanted to do at all times. Clearly, Mike Vrabel has set an expectation that won't fly. Yes, we've heard a lot about this Efton Chisholm, the newest jitterbug wide receiver. He's obviously slated for, I believe next year he's going into the Patriots Hall of Fame against Wes Welker and Gronkowski. So we'll see how that vote goes for him. And can't wait to get him out there on the field and when he scores 18 touchdowns.
Whats only.
Yeah.
The Whats only.
Wow, yeah,
Part of the Hall of Fame. Jitterbug Whats. A lot have been made. So offense moving over to the offensive line. They're mixed and matched their offensive line on Tuesday, but the steadfast on that line was your boy Ray, very quickly becoming our boy Will Campbell.
He was starting at left tackle.
Starting at left tackle. I'm not sure if you guys saw that on the text chain. I made that
He's a
pretty
left
clear.
tackle.
Will Campbell started at left tackle the whole day. The only other consistent starter was Garrett Bradbury at center. The rest of the crew was mixed and matched throughout it. However, right now it's looking like Campbell at left tackle, Cole Strange at left guard, Bradbury at center, Mike Nwenu at right guard, and Moses at right tackle, who a lot is being made of taking Will Campbell under his wing. And what a great thing that is, which I just get irked by stories like this at a Patriots camp. Like,
why? That's an old veteran showing the young rookie how to do things and how the NFL's.
That's exactly fucking why. Who gives a shit? Where was that last year with the young guy? They've had nothing but young, moldable offensive linemen for a fucking 7 years, and they all suck.
None of them was drafted number.
If you have some old bitch that's gonna show these guys how to get leverage if they can't play. You know who the backup to Will Campbell is? Vadarian Lowe. Okay? So give me a break about Moses Malone teaching up Will Campbell in his short arms like it's going to make that much of a difference. Whoa! He's got a mentor. Who gives a shit? Can he play or not?
Mentors are highly important for personal development. And don't you downplay mentorship, you stuck-up bastard.
There's a perfect segment to the other story that's coming at camp that's going right up my ass. The fucking reports from these wide receivers and the plays the best play of the day came on the last throw, Javon Baker. What a gamer. What a gamer this guy is. Goes over Christian Gonzalez for a great Javon Baker. He will be cut. Okay, he will not make the team. And the Efton Chisholm, the $200,000 undrafted white rookie receiver that's going to be the next fucking Wes Welker, he actually might make Josh McDaniels. But Demario Douglas expected to have a big year in this system. He's due. He's due. This is like a guy. This is like Trevor Story, who's hitting 150 in the last 17 fucking months. He's due. He's bound to come around. He's got all the talent in the world. He's had all the time in the world to prove it. He freaking stinks. Okay.
Did you hear what Kyle Williams? Did you hear what his dad said?
No.
What?
Oh, he goes, if you guys like number 11, you're really gonna love 18.
What does that mean?
Because
Kyle Williams' number is 18.
Yeah, so if you really love Julian Edelman, you're really going to love Kyle Williams.
Okay, now Kyle Williams is Julian Edelman. Great. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. No, the best wide receiving core in the league. Can I just real quickly, Ray, can I hear what Mike Vrabel had to say about wide receivers? This is the only reason I give these guys a fucking chance, because of this.
Well, I think that when you say things like it's a full room, I would say that 31 other teams, that's okay, but 31 other teams are going to have 11 or 12 wide receivers at this point in time. So everybody's room is full. There's 11 or 12. I would say that the players that aren't available need to make sure that they're doing everything they can to stay up mentally and continue to work hard to get back. The young players that are coming onto this roster have to earn a role, and the ones that are returning have a clean slate to go and compete, and whether that's a carryover position from last year or a new position. So we're very early on in the process, but we need that group to compete and have a willingness to go out there and help the quarterback through this spring process.
And stop making TikToks about your fucking clothes brand and go out there and get right with your quarterback, fucking Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, I was just saying, can I translate?
Hold on. Kendrick Bourne's making TikToks about clothes?
Oh, yeah, he has his own little website that he goes on TikTok live all the time and tries to sell fucking merchandise.
All right, first of all, fuck that guy, and Ray endlessly troll him with the TikTok account.
I do.
Okay, good.
Can I translate that, Mike Vrabel?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in our room. Does every other NFL team have this many guys? No, we do, because all these guys suck, and I'm going to pick the best 4 and play them as much as goddamn possible. And I hope to God Stephon Diggs' knee doesn't blow out or he doesn't get arrested at some point in time in the season. That's basically what he said. And anybody else that is trying to
his arrest record is minimal, you asshole. Okay, he's just a dick and everything else, and he just wants to ram his wang up Cardi B. That's all he wants
fair.
to do.
The arrest was unfair. Like, how many homes can he wreck in a season? That's
fine. That's fair. Probably multiple.
What about drugging that guy and trying to rape him?
That was kind of what I was referring to, but I didn't know if we were allowed to say it.
Oh,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, whatever.
It's under investigation.
Last note before I get to the depth chart issues, the kicker looked good. So,
and no racist tattoos, so we found out so far.
That's
always a plus. Always a plus.
That's good. Okay. We're long on this Patriots thing, but can I just quickly do the depth chart issues?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go. Can I just start with the wide receiver?
Yes.
I know it seems like Ray is moving over to this other side of the table on the Stephon Diggs thing, even though he had a raging Diggs the second they signed.
Well, it went to a Langevin real fast when I found out he tried to pull a Diddy, and I was like, I'm out.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with being mid-30s and a blown ACL?
You're so judgy, Ray.
Yeah, no, the ACL thing is
so judgy.
That's fine.
No
That's
big
fine.
deal. 31 years old, blown ACL. Look, if Diggs
Especially
is not
for a guy who spent his whole day having
He didn't touch my wiener.
Bill all day.
He didn't touch me.
You blew Bill today.
There's nothing wrong with that. You guys are buddies. The Diggs thing, if he's 80% of Stephon Diggs last year, win. Massive win. It resets everything I'm about to say. I don't believe that if he's ready week 1, he's not going to be 80% of Steph Diggs last year. It's going to take him an entire year to get back to that. Okay? That just face reality. So what are you left with? Demario Douglas, who still hasn't figured it out. Kyle Williams, who's a rookie. Kayshon Boutte, Bobby.
Bum.
Oh, no, you don't like Kendrick Bourne, who's next on this list.
Well, yeah, Bootie's still a bum, but yeah, no, Kendrick Boutte, Bourne, yes, he's an asshole. Fuck Kendrick Bourne.
Mac Collins, the shoeless wild card that'll make some great plays and be the next folk hero in New England.
He'll win a game.
People will love Mac Collins in New England, but he will be mediocre in this offense at best. Jalen Polk is still not on the field because he has a shoulder injury, apparently.
Yeah, go figure.
And Javon Baker, who made the best catch in camp so far. Do any of those names ring fear into defenses they're about to face this year, other than Kyle Williams, who's apparently the next Julian Edelman?
Nope. They do not.
Okay. Let's just move on. We're just going to stick with the offense here. The offensive line, we talked about this a little bit, or at least I did, ranting style. Your left tackle, Will Campbell, the savior. Stud, absolute stud. Shoulders the sizes of Ray's Langevin, and arms shorter than that, backed up by one Vidarian Lowe. So that's good. You know, you got a rookie walking into the NFL if you're playing a lot of college football. 3 games off. If Will Campbell tweaks a high ankle sprain and he doesn't Mac Jones himself, or he does Mac Jones himself and gets his ass back in because he's a fucking gamer. He's back in 3 games. If Vidarian Lowe has to start for this team for 3 games, what's their record in 3 games?
0-3.
Okay. How's 9-8 look at that point? Your left guard. So Cole Strange has made a leap here. The first-round pick, Cole Strange. After him, Layden Robinson and Sidney So. How those guys look lately? At center, veteran Garrett Bradbury. He was a 4-year starter for Minnesota. Mediocre. They let him go. Good, not great. They drafted Jared Wilson, who, you know, the pom-pom waving boys will tell you he's the future center for the New England Patriots. After that, the guy off the street, Ben Brown and Cole Strange in the mix. Mike Nwino at right guard seems solid, but only if he's got good guys around him was what we found out, right? He's not lifting a team around him. He's good in the right situation. After that, they've got the veteran Wes Schweitzer. And then at right tackle, actual Moses himself, apparently. Fucking Moses himself, Morgan.
He's a mentor.
The mentor. the mentor, Morgan Moses at right tackle. He has been an Iron Man. He basically just never misses games. This will probably be the year he goes.
Oh, of course. This is going to be the one that gets IR. Yep.
He's backed up by Demontre Jacobs, who Van Pelt thought it was a good idea to put Max Crosby one-on-one on last year, and we saw how that goes.
Great.
You want to tell me Will Campbell, Cole Strange, Garrett Bradbury, Mike Nwinu, and Morgan Moses can be a good to above average offensive line in Josh McDaniels' system with the Hunter Henry and his tight ends and his running backs assisting in pass protection? I'll believe you, and I believe that will work. What happens when one of those guys get hurt?
We're fucked.
Going to look a lot like last year, possibly.
Your depth is a problem on this team. Real quickly, let me just move to defense. Everybody believes secondary is a big strength in this team. Careful. Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis should be a top cornerback duo in this league, maybe the top in this league. You know what's after them?
Ugh.
Alex Austin and Marcellus Dial on the outside. You want to throw Marcus Jones in there? Okay, he's on the inside with Isaiah Bolden. Marcus Jones and Isaiah Bolden are your third and fourth best cornerbacks, and they're playing inside slot. Your backup to Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez is Marcellus Dial and Alex Austin, or Kobe Meyer, Mr. Irrelevant himself this year.
Hey, look what happened with the other Mr. Irrelevant. He just got paid $50 million a year, so, could happen.
Could happen.
Could happen. Hey, why not?
Just saying, Carlton Davis misses about 4 to 5 games a year. What happens when he goes down? You're thin. And safety? Who's playing free safety, Bobby? Who is playing free safety for the
Haven't
team?
you seen the reports from OTAs? Craig Woodson is the truth.
The fucking savior. There's one guy on this team. Let's give it to him. Let's give him the 4th round rookie is going to come in there and be the next Devin McCourty. You got it.
It was a steal. It was a steal.
What happens when someone breaks his friggin' arm? Like, the depth on this team sucks everywhere except for maybe your front 7. And even there, if your linebacker, if one of those new Spillane, if he goes down, who's playing that position?
Yeah.
So they still have money in the bank, though.
They went down.
They still have money in the bank, so they have cap space to go get guys. Are they waiting for something for training camp for the cuts to come through?
Allow
and
me
then
to correct you, Raymond. They have cap space in the bank. They don't have money. They spent $300 million this year. They're done.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
There
might be some camp casualties that they can get, though.
I hate the generic, cheesy fucking term camp casualty. When's the last time the Patriots have got a camp casualty? Like, who's the camp casualties that the Patriots are going to pick up? When's the last time the camp casualty?
You're fucking negative. I'm trying to be positive, baby.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Stay
okay?
positive. Stay positive.
I'm just trying to lay it out to you. What's going on at Foxborough, and we've done that for about 30 minutes here. So I'll save my Forged in Foxborough thoughts for the blog. Again,
okay, I'll watch it then. So then I'll read your blog.
Thank you. Do that. Don't thank me. The Patriots can thank you for the views. Go to SuperMindSports.com to get my review on that. I'll just give you a quick snapshot. Well done. It was good viewing. It was long. There was a lot of dragging on there. Elliot Wolf is shoved down your throat in that thing.
I wonder why.
And it's like Vrabel's the man. Like, if Vrabel knows he's the man, he's in the position, he's calling the shots, and he's just kind of like giving Elliot, tell this team we want to make the trade. Elliot, tell him to call the player that we want to draft.
So he's a bitch.
Yeah, you can put it that way. Okay, let's throw to the headlines with the obvious one. Ray, as you see in the notes here, I'd like you to read this as the pretentious Scottish golfer you pretended to be this morning in the cold, rainy dew.
You stumbled once again into headlines with the obvious one. I'm your host, the human Skip Fire they call the obvious one, coming at you, dumber than a sheep that licks electric fences for fun. Let's get tore into the week in Boston sports where mediocrity reigns and expectations go to die. The Patriots held their first OTAs. I fucking sound like a pirate.
Yeah,
Drake May.
you're going in and out of
I know.
accents, and it's pissing me off.
I'm sorry, Drake May was under center throwing wobbler spirals. Then a drunk. Nope. I can't do it. Drunk ferret on a roundabout. Josh McDaniels is back calling plays again like a what the fuck is that?
Necromancer.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, conjuring up a ghost on the offensive schemes pass. If I had a, this is bad.
Why
Swing and
don't
a
you get
miss.
Bill's dick in your mouth? It'll feel more like today.
A quid for every time the Patriots run a 2-yard goal in 3-9. I'd be able to afford a therapy and a gym membership. Though, let's be honest, I'd still spend it on fat boy pies and Buckfest. Swing and a miss, you Humphreys. The Sox beat the Mets in a 2-game 3 series, which is impressive considering both clubs have on the offensive potency of a jailed goat. Rafael Darra swung and bat and was chasing a burglar through his mom's kitchen, and the blow pit didn't explode, which in Boston counts for a fucking miracle. I celebrated the only way I know how, eating 6 sausage rolls and crying into my moobs like a sad bagpipe on a phone roll. Right, so Don Sweeney's contract extended. Aye, because there's nothing you wanted more than blowing a back-to-back playoff exits than a recording-breaking record wins. Keeps the same numpty in charge. Cam Neely and Don Sweeney are still running the show like 2 drunk fucking uncles over the ox court at a wedding. Jacobs called the season an embarrassment and then turned around and gave him a raise. It's like catching you mega shag in your mother's ass. They're thanking him for the fucking cardio. Now, in Boston, we really missed attention. The Knicks, they're choking harder than me trying to swallow a boiled cock whole. Game 1 against the Indiana, they blew a 14-point lead faster than me. My blows through my gang of bully boys, Carl Anthony Towns and Brunson paid up big numbers, but it was me polishing my turds. Entering the baking contest, still piling a bag of steaming shit. That's your weekly shambles, courtesy of the obvious one. Join us next week as I once again try to read the stats while sucking wind like a walrus with asthma. Slightly magnificent degenerates. Stay thick to Boston.